All right, Bennett, good job on our first weekend on snow of the year. Let's check out this one run here. We're watching a regular motion and slow it down.
All right, buddy, let's go. Slalom turns. Slalom turns.
Whoopee.
The first crash of the year, Bennett. You all right? Keep going.
All right, well, it actually wasn't our first crash because your dad ran you over a few runs before. But, all right, so the task was slalom turns. First thing we got to think about is developing a little more turn shape and more slalom-like. These ended up to be closer to GS than slalom. So as we talked that day, we really want to work the ski into C-shaped type turns, right? Completing the turn, controlling our speed with turn shape when we have to. So that's number one. A little more turn shape, shorter turns. Number two, as we were talking all weekend long, talking about rolling up our skis to high edge angle platform at the top of the turn using ankles and knees, and then move the hip in. There's not a lot of ankles and knees being used there to roll up the skis. Besides that, a little scissoring going on, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So let's concentrate on using ankles and knees, rolling our skis up on edge from the snow up, meaning ankles and knees first, and then as speeds warrant, we will use our hip. Let's get down to this little crash. Another thing, we were working on arms last weekend. Got to get rid of the chicken wings, right? One of the rules is going to be hands slightly wider than the elbows. Another thing we were talking about last weekend, another rule of arms, is having the elbows in front of the body. And clearly your elbows are at your sides. You're going to move those elbows forward. So I told you I'd be coming up on your left-hand side, and you didn't really have to look at me, but you did, and that was the problem, I think. Lost concentration, looking at me, not looking where you're going, and all of a sudden, boom. Now you stuck the ski out there and tried to stop yourself, and that can be dangerous because the ski starts hooking up and arcing. You can see it's got some bend in it, and it will arc back across and up the hill, and this actually can tear some ACLs. And you could see how this thing all of a sudden hooked in, engaged the side cut, spun you completely around in a 360. So if you fall, let it slide, man. Don't try to stop too fast. All right, but you were okay. That's the good thing. All right, obviously, I had to get some speed here, certainly. So I'd expect this to be a little more GS. But one nice thing is that the arms seem to be in better location down here. Have them a little bit more elbows in front of the body there. That's a great position right there, right? Very nice. Hands out in front, elbows in front of the body. Okay, let's see a little more ankle flexion, but one step at a time, right? But by having those hands further in front and elbows in front of the body, allow you to pole plant. We need to have a more of a definitive pole plant. And you're just sort of tapping it kind of behind you. The pole comes down there, boom, and you're tapping it really behind you. Let's see it here, maybe. There really wasn't. Well, there's your pole plant. So it's a tap behind you. Get those hands up. You know, you may have to take the pole and circle a little bit here, but we want to have that pole plant more out in front. Right? You can also see, obviously, your inside foot is, inside ski is pretty flat. So I know you're going slow here. Maybe that's the cause of it, but we got to roll up both skis to a nice high edge angle. You can see here that your inside foot's probably got too big of a lead change. In other words, it's too far in front. You can see where the tails of the skis. So let's make sure we're matching up our skis a little bit better. If we have to pull back the inside foot through the turn, that helps too. We got to pull it back and tip it up. You need to have both skis up on edge, but weight on the outside ski. But yeah, it was our first weekend, so did a great job. We're going to work on this stuff and a whole lot more all season long. And I can't wait for next weekend. Good job, Bennett.